They are called Shahed hunters. Their task is not to miss the flight of kamikaze drones into the interior of the country. This is a platoon of the 126th Brigade of the Armed Forces of Ukraine. They fought in the Kherson direction, but as soon as they returned from the rotation to rest, a new threat appeared.
The Russian invaders began to massively use these drones after a week or two after our return from rotation. Therefore, 2 weeks after we returned, we got together and went to shoot down the drones.
So the platoon was retrained as anti-aircraft gunners. The soldiers had to learn on the go. Taking down a flying target is a difficult task.
Here we rest, drink coffee and wait for the approaches of drones.
Serviceman Serhiy is showing the location of the unit. Here they stay until the order arrives to urgently go for an intercept of the target. Waiting is the most difficult thing in war, the servicemen say. Alexander is showing his amulet. He says that his daughter gave it to him.
She says, "Dad, let it always be with you, that you will always remember about me and Mom, and it will protect you."
Right at this time, the unit commander gives the order for an urgent gathering.
We are leaving for an intercept.
Intelligence reported that there was a risk of launching kamikaze drones by Russians. The soldiers are loading into vehicles and immediately go to the position.
We have an operational duty officer who monitors the airspace around the clock. If the drone moves to the side, then we will try to intercept and destroy it with a mobile fire team.
Soldiers of the Air Defense Forces of Ukraine assure that each such trip is emotionally very similar to hunting, exciting. The main thing is not to miss the prey.
Now the soldiers of the unit are preparing a machine gun. As practice has shown, this MG3 machine gun is very effective due to its rate of fire. Shaheds are usually launched from the Crimea. They are launched in groups of 6 to 7 drones, although there were cases when about 5 dozen Shaheds were launched at the same time.
How difficult is this target to take it down?
Well, all moving targets are difficult to shoot down. We must take the target ahead of several hulls. If it's night, you shoot with tracers. Then you will be able to see almost everything.
While the information about the launch of drones has not been confirmed, Serhiy is warming himself by the stove. He worked as a military correspondent for 8 years and covered Russian aggression against Ukraine. This spring was a turning point for him. It was then when he realized that he needed to take up arms.
It was April the 8th when Russian rockets fired at the Kramatorsk railway station. When many were killed and even more children were wounded, I saw the several limbs of a little girl. After that, I realized that those bastards needed to be destroyed. I mean, the Russian invaders. I had to do something with my own hands in this regard.
In the meantime, the combat alert is being cancelled. The Shaheds have not been launched yet. The unit commander is suggesting why.
There is such information that there are already less drones in Russia, but who knows how many there are. I think the Russian occupiers realized that Shaheds were no longer as effective as they had been at the beginning, in the first weeks when they'd launched them.
The Russian military has launched over 400 Shahed drones against Ukraine since the beginning of the full-scale invasion. Only 80 of them have reached their target, and only in the first days of their usage. The other 320 have been shot down by Ukrainian soldiers.